constituency boundaries actually favor the Pakatan more than it favors us. Because we can't penetrate the urban areas, and it's becoming increasingly clear that we have difficulty penetrating the urban areas. But they can move from urban to suburban, and in a matter of time before they move into the rural areas. You see what I'm getting at? No matter how you draw the boundaries, right? No. I mean, no matter how you draw the boundaries, we are not going to be able to make inroads back into the urban areas. We basically lost a lot of the urban areas that we have that we used to hold before because of the demographic changes. But Pakatan today will hold these urban areas very strongly. Whereas we would like to come in and basically, like for example, in my area, I have got 100,000 voters. I'd like to make my constituency smaller. This doesn't favor me in the longer run. As a MP representing an urban area, it doesn't favor me that I have 100,000 voters. I also don't agree with having such a large constituency. But I'm sure that Pakatan would not agree to a delineation exercise which cuts my constituency and maybe can actually be in our favor because of a smaller number of voters. The last election, the turnout was very high in the urban areas, and that delivered its larger number of voter share. So all I'm saying is at the end of the day, if you want to cut the constituency or delineate the constituencies again, we need both sides agreement, and I find that the situation to be quite difficult to come to terms with how you're going to actually do it.
And also you said it can't be done because of historical arrangements.
Well, there is background to it, but you must understand that this background determines how the constituencies are being delineated. I think earlier on the EC had a guideline, where the constitution said that each constituency must have a fixed ratio of voters. That means constituency A cannot have more than the difference between constituency A and constituency B can't be more than, say, 10%.
1 to 1.15 and
1.15. And then they, because of the issues about Sabah and Sarawak, like I said, area size, small population size, they had to basically amend the law. Until today, the law says there is no more guidelines on the ratio of voters between one constituency against another, because of the difficulty to draw the constituencies in places like Sabah and Sarawak. So I think it can be resolved if both sides can agree with the standard delineation criteria, but I don't see that happening so soon.
What we want is just to revert back to the Merdeka Constitution. In the Merdeka Constitution, there was a 1 to 1.15 rule, which was amended in the early 60s before the formation of Malaysia to 1 to 1.5. That means a rural constituency has 1 voter, an urban constituency cannot exceed 1.5. And that rule was deleted in the 70s. So it has nothing to do with the formation of Malaysia. And if you want to know
your opinion,
your opinion. No, by deleting it, it happened in 1970s.
Yeah, because there was a problem.
Anyway, for detail, you can read Mavis Putucherry's book by UKM in 2003. There was a book on election in Malaysia, and there's a very clear the documentation of how that changed from 1 to 1.15, and it was changed in the early 60s before the formation of Malaysia to 1 to 1.5, and in the 70s it was totally took away from the constitution, and I don't think it has any. I mean, I think it's basically in order to serve the interest of the government. And I say, I have no intention to change the historical arrangement. What I say, the solution is basically to have even number of voters in all Sarawak seats. There should be one number. There should be one voters number in Sabah for all Sabah seats, and there should be one number in Peninsula. And I want Jazlan to have a smaller constituency. I want everyone to have equal number of voters in the Peninsula. And I think that should be the way to go.